Hello, my name is Speedward, and this is my submission video of Fatal Frame on the Xbox for AGDQ 2019. So let's just get right into it right away. Fatal Frame is a survival horror game that adds a little twist on the genre. So instead of using guns as a weapon to, let's say, fight zombies, we're going to be using a camera to fight ghosts. So this is Mafuyu. Mafuyu is the older brother to the main character of this game. We're not going to be playing as him too often. We're just going to be playing as him in the introduction. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take him upstairs, and then we're going to get into our first combat. Now, unlike my previous submission videos for this game, some new strats and techniques have been developed, so I'm going to demonstrate it right now with the intro ghost. This is called the quick charge glitch, in which we can recharge the camera after taking a picture. So I'm going to take 3 shots, move in, and I can charge again and finish off the ghost. So usually when you take a picture of a ghost, you have to wait a few seconds for the ghost to start moving before the camera starts to charge up again. So we are done with Mafuyu. We won't be playing as him anymore. Thank God, because he is really slow compared to his younger sister. So Mafuyu ends up getting kidnapped, and now we play as Miku, who's come to this mansion a few weeks later to go look for her brother. So we're going to be taking the same pathway as Mafuyu was led in the intro night. So, but the first thing we need to do is we need to pick up the camera that he dropped. So as soon as we have the camera, we can defend ourselves and start taking pictures of stationary ghosts if we want to, but we're not going to because this is a speed run. So the way Fatal Frame works is you fight ghosts, and during that fight you'll get points depending on what kind of picture that you take. And with those points, you can upgrade your camera, which will make fights a little bit easier. You can upgrade the range, so you can capture ghosts a lot easier. You can upgrade the speed, so it charges up quicker. Or you can upgrade the max value, in which you'll do a little bit more damage overall. So we got our first puzzle of the game here. There's a hidden door. Need to take a picture of the screen here, and it reveals, hey, there's a door here. Now, as soon as we take Miku through here, there's going to be a blue spirit. We want to avoid talking to this spirit. It'll just waste about 4 or 5 seconds. Those blue spirits are the entities of the ghosts, or the people that have died in this area. They'll just say something to you related to the plot. So we picked up our first variant of film, 37 film. It's going to be the most common film that we use in the speed run. It does average damage compared to the other upgrades. We're not going to be switching to it just yet, though. So I need to get Miku through this door, and we're going to be fighting the editor for the first time. The editor is pretty simple. All you have to do is just charge your camera up until it turns red, and then take a Fatal Frame shot. As you'll see, I'll get points in the bottom left corner, depending on how well the shot was. So Fatal Frame or 0 shots was when your camera's fully charged, and you get the red reticle. You take a picture of it. Special shot is given to you when the camera is when you take a Fatal Frame shot also, but it's but your camera's not fully charged. You can still get that. So we're getting our first puzzle. I guess it wouldn't be the first puzzle, the second puzzle of the game. Puzzles kind of vary in this game. Most of them are either fetch quests, in which we have to take a picture of a stationary ghost, or we just have to input some numbers. This is our first fetch quest of the game. We took a picture of that stand, and it showed us a location. So now we're going to go to the location and pick up an object. You'll either go to the location and pick up an object, or you'll go to the location and take a picture of a stationary ghost. So as you saw there, the editor was chasing after us, but we completely ignored him. You don't have to fight him there. So we're going to take a nice turn here into a jump scare. Spooky. And now we're going to go back here to the mirror. Before I go to the mirror though and interact with it, I am going to upgrade our camera a little bit. So I'm going to go to the camera, change our speed, and upgrade our film, or change our film. Speed once again will charge up the camera a little bit quicker. Right, now I need to turn around, move forward, take 2 shots of him regularly. Oh, he's going to charge at me. Alright, that's fine. Where is he? There we go. What you usually do there is you can get 2 regular shots in, and then he'll charge you. When he charges you, you can get the final shot to finish him off. But his AI kind of changed a little there. So that's kind of like the thrill of speedrunning Fatal Frame, is that you always have to adjust your strats and how to handle certain situations on the fly. Because the ghost AI is not going to be 100% consistent each run. So, ooh, I avoided the blue spirit. Nice. So now that we have the key, or now that we unlock we have the ability to unlock the door upstairs. Now that we have the key that we got from opening the mirror stand. So we're gonna go do that. Now you're going to see here in a couple seconds the only strat that I really contributed to the overall run of this game is you can avoid talking to this blue spirit by moving Miku into the wall here. Oh, or we can just talk to the spirit as I screw it up. Oops. Anyway, so we're going to go downstairs. We're going to fight our next ghost. This is going to be Long Arms. Long Arms is pretty simple. He has 2 attack patterns. Let's see which one he gives me. He's giving me the zigzag, so I just need to counter that. Oh, he went for the quick grab, and I was not able to counter that. So I'm going to take Miku back a little just to be safe. And finish him off. That is Long Arms. He has long arms and lives up to the name. So now we're going to be doing a little backtracking here and there, and we're going to be doing a puzzle too. So if there's any time for donations to be read, this would be a good time. So I'm going to pick up more 37 film here. And then we have to take a picture of a little piece of paper on a door. This is a seal. Like I said, it's going to show us a location. We're going to have to go there and either take a picture of a ghost or pick up an item. This time we're going to take a picture of a ghost. So we're also going to have a puzzle within this puzzle too. This door that contains the location where we have to go is locked. So we have to input a passcode. So it's 1312. The way you get that is you have to pick up some notes, and it will tell you the year of the question that's asked in front of the door. So here's our stationary ghost, the seductress. Can't really get a good picture of her, but oh well. So we're going to go over here, pick up some more film. As I said, 37 film is going to be the most common film that we use. And we're going to continue on and go back to that door that's sealed. So once again, to any time for donations to be read would be perfect here. Nothing interesting happens. But don't worry, it will pick up again. There are plenty of ghosts to be captured, photographed. So we're going to the Cherry Atrium here. It's kind of like the middle ground / back doors area of the mansion. First thing I need to do is take a picture of this door. It's going to show a wheel, so we got to go to this wheel and take a picture. I also need to avoid talking to this blue spirit. Nice. I'm going to quickly take a picture of this door here. It's going to reveal a doll room. Sadly, that doll room is locked behind the previous door, we just took a picture of. So, but we're gonna go to that water wheel now. So I'm gonna go take Miku down here past the tree. We're gonna have a little cutscene here, and then hopefully I'm gonna take a picture of this ghost on my first try. This ghost can be really difficult to capture. There we go. It's always hard to get the right positioning, but bam, pretty simple. So now with that stationary ghost taken out of that area, that the door to the doll room will be unlocked. And we're going to be fighting another ghost. This one's called, I like to call her Crawling Girl. Trying to avoid the blue spirit. It's common that Miku gets stuck on things in Fatal Frame 1. It's just the way her hitboxes work. So before we fight the little girl ghost here, I'm going to upgrade Miku's camera, upgrade the speed. Okay, we're good. Before I can start the fight, I need to take another picture of a stationary ghost hiding. Child onlooker. Not really hiding, but onlooking. So this fight, I'm going to move Miku back towards the door while damaging the ghost, so by the end of the fight, all I have to do is just turn around and leave. Oh god, that was a horrible shot. Oh, I thought that would finish her off. There we go. So I moved Miku back to the door, so all I had to do is do a quick 180 and exit. So I don't have to waste time running back to the door after the fight ends. Simple. Next we're going to summon in a ghost. This is Broken Neck. I don't feel like fighting her. I don't feel like dealing with Broken Neck, so I'm going to go in here and despawn her. Simple. Nice little trick there to avoid a really, really annoying fight. So now I'm going to try and pick up these objects without talking to the blue ghost here. Nice. So we got a lighter there. We're going to go light a lantern that's not lit. And that will give us a stone. And that stone will show a different type of puzzle in this game called sliding puzzles. You basically have to slide stones around and get them in the right order. Match the symbols on the door. So it's kind of like those picture sliding puzzles a little bit. It's the best way to describe it. So yeah, we got the black carving there. So next we're going to be fighting the assistant. And the assistant is probably one of the more difficult fights early on in the game. She can be really crazy with her spawns and what she does. So we have to fight her in a kind of a tiny area, so we're going to see how that goes. I want her to go left as soon as she spawns in. This is the assistant, by the way. So we're going to see how this fight goes. I'm going to pick up some herbal medicine here. It's always nice to have at least one in a run, just in case something bad happens. I'll heal Miku up a little bit. Alright, she went right, and she's going out of bounds. I gotta wait for her to come back in. She might charge me. Alright, there we go. I prefer her to go left because then she'll go across the screen and you can get 2 really good shots in on her. And then finish her off with a quick shot. So now we gotta navigate through these planks of woods. And we're going to have another number puzzle. This time the answer is going to be 3669. Oops. So that's not the first, or that's not the first and the last time we're going to be fighting the assistant. She's going to be out here in this wider area. Just like the little girl slash doll fight, I need to move Miku towards the door during the fight so I can just exit this area as soon as the fight's over. So you're going to see me constantly moving Miku during this fight and getting stuck. There we go. That was a pretty good fight. She didn't charge me at all, and she didn't despawn and then respawn behind me, which is something that's very common that she does. So yeah, now it's just like a few steps away, and Miku's here at the door. Nice little time save hack there. There's a completely random event here where this shadow monkey flies at us. Oh, he didn't fly. There's a chance that like a creature will fly at Miku and startle her for a few seconds, but it didn't happen there, so we got good RNG there. I'm going to pick up some 37 film, and I'm going to pick up a stone mirror. Stone mirror is a get out of jail free card, so if Miku loses all of her health, it will replenish it. It's basically your continue of this game. Now we're going to be fighting the teacher. Oops. He's the final boss of this area. He's Mafuya's sensei. He's the reason why our older brother came to this mansion to come look for him. Mr. Takamine is his real name. So he's pretty simple. I just want him to slowly come towards me so I can just continue to take shots at him. If he starts to float around, that's not that too big of a deal. Once he gets close enough, though, he's going to do a charge attack. So he should start to do it right now. There we go. So I'm just going to finish him off here. Pretty simple fight. A lot of times he'll just fly around, and then it's kind of hard because when he's flying around, he'll shift directions randomly. And sometimes you're about to take a picture, and then he randomly shifts, and then you miss that picture. So we got to look for the Buddha statue. Luckily, it's right here. I remember casually playing through this game the first time. I went all the way back to the mansion trying to look for the Buddha statue. Never realized it was right there. So we got one more puzzle for the remainder of the night, and then we're going to meet the main antagonist and final boss of this game, Kyrie, who had her heart broken and caused a bunch of bad events to happen. Oops, looks like I screwed up that puzzle. So what you need to do is you need to put the pieces into the right location of where they're missing their limbs. So we're going to run towards Kyrie. Can't really get a good picture of her. And bam, that's the end of the first night. And I forgot to split. There. Oops. Forgot to split for the intro night. So this is the second night. Second night's going to pick up. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. Immediately we're treated to our main nemesis of the second night, Blinded. She has lost her eyesight, but she has really, really good hearing, so she's going to charge at us if we ever run. Luckily, we kind of baited her there into the wall. So don't worry, we're going to be seeing plenty of Blinded. But first, we're going to have long arms here. Hopefully I can demonstrate another quick charge glitch here. That's going to immediately get him to attack me. And I screwed it up. Nice. So what's supposed to do is I'm supposed to hit him after he does his special attack, and that will send him back. And then I can hit him with one quick shot, and that should finish him off. So now we have another, hey, I need you to take a picture of this stationary ghost puzzle. Luckily this ghost isn't too far away. So this would be a good time for donations because nothing really interesting happens here. And then we're going to be running back outside where we fought the assistant to from the first night to go fight a new ghost. So with that seal broken, we can now open up this door. But first we need to resupply our camera with some more 37 film, so we're going to pick some up there. And we're going to pick more up right over here. Or I can go back through the door. Miku, please. There we go. So we're going to keep on chugging here. Before we can head back outside, though, we got another number puzzle to do. This time it's 2611. And now we're going to go to the well, and we're going to fight Well Girl, as I like to call her. Well Girl is pretty calm. Like, she's not really aggressive. She'll just stay in front of you, and she should be an easy fight. She does have the ability to teleport, though, and hopefully that doesn't happen, depending on her mood. So I just want her to stay in front of me. And, of course, she charges me. She teleports and charges. Where is she? There we go. It's really rare for her to charge you. Usually she just hangs out right in front. So... Gotta pick up some more carvings for more sliding puzzles. There are gonna be a lot of sliding puzzles this night. Again, we're going to be traveling a little distance here. We're going to meet a ghost, though, but nothing happens for like a good minute, so any time for donations would be good here, right about here. It's gonna be doing some backtracking. So as soon as I turn this corner here, Blind is going to spawn in. I'm just going to run towards the door, and then I'm going to skedaddle Miku out of here, so she doesn't attract Blinded. Now I'm going to run and get grabbed. Probably should have waited a little bit longer before making Miku run there. Oh well, we're fine. We're going back to the like the sunken grave room over here. The water wheel room. To go pick up another carving. Don't worry, Blinded can't come in here and disrupt us. Pick up some sacred water. Sacred water will fully heal Miku. Herbal medicine will probably heal her about 55, maybe 60% of the way of her total health. And yeah, once again, nothing really interesting happens for a little while, so time for donations would be perfect here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to be ignoring 2 ghosts here who want their picture taken, picking up some film, and I'm going to be doing some sliding puzzles upcoming here. So that's the first ghost we ignore. Here's the second one. I don't know what kind of spiders live under there, but definitely not playing in dark, tiny spaces where evil spiders live. So coming up on our first sliding puzzle for the night. Pretty simple. And then we have to go a little bit further, and we have another one. Here's our second one. Now we're here in this sacrificial room area. Miku sees her brother go through some really, really big stone doors. So we have to go investigate those doors and see if we can go through them. Again, I can probably get a few more donations in because nothing really happens. Miku moves really slowly down the ladder. I don't have to touch anything on the controller. This is all automatic. I think Miku has a fear of heights. You have to be really careful when controlling Miku here too, because she has the chance to accidentally grab the ladder that you climb down and climb back up. So then you have to climb down again and hope that she doesn't grab the ladder. And it's just an infinite loop of climbing and going down. So as soon as I look at this door, Ghost is going to spawn in and we're going to ignore him. And we're going to fight blinded for the first time. I'm probably going to get a fatal frame or a zero shot in on her there. Not really a zero shot because it wasn't fully charged. And I'm going to get a second one here. She always teleports or spawns after you knock her back there. This one should be a zero shot. Core shot means I align the reticle, the cross inside the circle of the ghost. Usually it's around their head. Does a little bit more extra damage. Getting core shots consistently is what makes or breaks your time from being decent to average, I guess. It just adds a little oomph damage to the ghost. So now we need to backtrack a little bit. More time for donations to be read, if there are any. I'm hoping Miku doesn't get stuck here. Good, she didn't. Coming up is an annoying puzzle, and then we're going to be fighting the little crawling girl ghost from the first night. This time I'm going to be using the quick charge glitch on her to hopefully get a quick fight out of her. But first, we have a puzzle to do. A unique puzzle to the game, though. It's not a sliding puzzle or a fetch quest. I don't know what Miku's looking at there. Something's got her attention though. So backseat gamer ghost is here. Again, tell us where to go and what to do. This is a pretty simple puzzle. You just have to light all the candles in a particular order. As soon as we get this, we're going to get a scroll. And then Blind is going to get summoned in, spawned in. I'm spamming the X button to make Miku ice skate. It makes her move really fast without making any noise. It's not as fast as, running, but, at least blinded won't charge you. She's right behind me. So this one I want to take a quick picture, move in, get another picture, and I drop the combo. Because her frame of animation, her cycle of animation changed there. It was still a really quick fight though, nonetheless. Could have been about probably a second and a half to 2 seconds quicker if I didn't drop it and get a different animation cycle out of her. The quick charge glitches is all about abusing the ghosts animations. So for some reason you can instantly charge or quick charge recharge your camera based off their frames of animation. We haven't found it for all the ghosts yet, but some of them, yeah, we have. So now we're going to fight RNG Kid, as I like to call him. This kid has like 6 or 7 spawns, the worst spawn being out of bounds. The best one being just really close. So let's see what kind of spawns we get out of him. That's a good one. Probably get 2 shots in. And now he's probably going to charge me. Oh, he didn't charge me. Never mind. He will charge you eventually, though. And he's really fast. So that was a really good fight because he didn't have to go through another spawn. He just stayed there. So the whole point of this game is to collect a mirror to break a curse. So we're collecting pieces of this said mirror. And in the end, we're going to use this mirror to break a curse that was brought over the village due to the power of love. So we got another fetch quest here. Creepy ghost that we're going to take a picture of, but nothing really interesting happens for a little bit, so you can get some donations in here. Ghost is going to be right here. Vengeance. So now we're going to be fighting Blinded again. This time I'm going to be doing the quick charge glitch on here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to fully charge the camera up, take a shot, fully charge the camera up again, take a shot, move in, and then I'm going to get a quick shot in, and then she's going to attack me. And when she attacks me, I'll do a little bit extra damage and finish her off. So we'll see if that happens. Gotta talk to the spirit here. You can wait for him to pass, but that's a waste of time. You're gonna have to avoid him later in a smaller area too, if you do manage to ignore his spirit. It's just like the first night. This closet contains 37 film. Now before I continue, I'm going to go to my camera. I'm going to upgrade speed one last time, and we're going to go fight Blinded. So once again, fully charge the camera, take a picture, fully charge the camera again, take the picture and move in, go back. Oh wow, she didn't attack me. Alright. Usually when you take a picture of her the third time, she'll automatically go into attack mode, but I guess she didn't see me or recognize me. That's fine. Still a really good fight. Got another fetch quest here, another hidden ghost we have to go take a picture of. I know I sound like a broken record, but no, nothing really interesting happens here. So more donations to be read. As I struggle to get Miku around the corner, because her hitbox likes to get stuck on objects. It's a thing that they fixed in the later games. You don't see that in Fatal Frame 2 or Fatal Frame 3. And I haven't played any of the newer ones. So. But I imagine it's not a thing in those games either. So we're going to this unlocked room now to pick up a key. That key is going to open up a lockbox, which will help spawn in the next ghost we have to fight. The ghost that we're going to fight is a notorious character in the second game. She's also related to Miku. I think she's like her mother's sister. So make her aunt. So here's the little tiny lockbox we need. Researcher's gonna be here. We're gonna be fighting him soon, don't worry. So we're gonna see her hanging from the tree down there in this cutscene, so we're gonna have to go down there. First thing I'd like to do though is spawn in Broken Neck, because this will cause her to hopefully spawn in another location later, which will help avoid a jump scare. I prefer her to despawn when I go through these doors. I don't want her to stay. Alright, she despawned because the music's playing. So I'm going to be coming back down to this area later, and I want her to spawn in this area, which will help avoid a jump scare. I'm just backtracking to the Cherry Atrium, so more donations. I've got Broken Neck to spawn in here. So she's probably going to attack Miku here. If I'm lucky, she won't attack her. And if I'm also lucky, when Miku goes back to the doll room, she'll despawn. She's not despawning. Oh wait, she did. Good thing about when Miku's going through doors is she won't take a lot of damage. She'll just get, like, swiped at. She can't get grabbed because she has some invincibility frames, but enough to avoid damage. So this is Yae. Oh wow. This is pretty good. So she went up right away. That means she's gonna fall back down to the ground here. She already fell. That's gonna allow me to get a few shots in. She's pretty erratic with her movements. She's really fast and really annoying. Oh, she's going back up. Okay. I whipped a lot of shots there, so this is turning out to be a really bad fight. I've had her fall to the ground and instantly get back up too before. But when she falls to the ground, that's a good thing. It takes a little time because of her animation, but you can get a lot of shots in on her. The most important thing is I want to keep Miku next to these steps, so as soon as the fight ends, I don't have to travel too far to the next destination. She lost her daughter during the calamity. That's the event that cursed the whole village. She thinks her daughter is dead, but her daughter was actually saved by one of the children ghosts. So because she thought her daughter died, she decided to hang herself. It's pretty dark and depressing. So I think this is like a poor translation of the puzzle. Anyway, it's always the same one. It's always the top right one that you want to pick. Pretty simple puzzle. Now that we have the Kagome doll, we're going to go over here, place it with the rest of them. It's going to give us a mask. We're going to use that mask as a key to open up a wall, which is a door, I guess. A door wall. This is bad. I got Broken Neck to spawn in here again. She might grab Miku. Alright, that's fine. I don't want her to spawn in here. I want her to spawn in a later location, so most likely I'm not going to get that spawn, and I'm going to have to deal with a jump scare myself. Which is fine. So when we go back to the rope hallway, which was seen at the beginning of the game, there's a rope that swings in front of Miku at a certain location, and it's going to scare her. When it scares her, she'll freeze up for like 5 seconds. But if I time it correctly and pull out the camera, I can avoid the jump scare and continue moving Miku. There's another jump scare there in Fatal Frame 3. The timing's a little bit different, so I'm kind of used to Fatal Frame 3's timing now. So that's why I was kind of off there. So one of the most notorious things when you first start speedrunning this game is you always forget to grab the masks after going through the walls here. Or you'll actually accidentally hit go through instead of take the mask down. And if any of those happen, that is a large time waster. So we're collecting all these masks to hang on a column, and when we do that, that door that was kind of glowing that we ran past to pick up the second mask will open up, and we'll pick up a special mask which we use to end the night with. So now we get a chance to fight blinded in a really tiny area. We're going to be using a strat that an old school runner named Kakarot SRL came up with. It's called the freeze frame strat. We're basically just going to freeze blinded by taking quick pictures of her in place here. One more should do. There we go. We do that because we want we want Blinded to be in our line of sight the entire fight. If she goes out of bounds, good luck, because you're going to be waiting for her to either teleport behind you or just to come in bounds, and that can take like a good 20 to 30 seconds for any of those things to happen, depending on how our AI is. So now in this mini courtyard area, we're going to pick up a carving, and we're going to open up a door, and we're going to fight the researcher. The researcher was married to the woman who hung herself on that tree earlier. He found his wife's dead body, and he thought his daughter was dead too, so he ended up killing himself also, which is pretty depressing. A lot of depressing stories in this game. He's really erratic with his movements, just like his wife is. So, we'll see how this goes. Once again, I want to back Miku up towards this doorway throughout the entire fight, so once the fight's over, I can just leave. Oh god, he already teleported. He's going to try and hug us. Oh, I whiffed some shots there. He's going to try and hug us again. I don't want to get a fatal frame shot in on him, because if that happens, he is going to go through a cycle of animation where he cries. And that's like a good 7 seconds. Oh, I just did it there. Well, now you're going to see him cry. This is why we avoid the fatal frame or 0 shots. Alright, this will finish him off. That's pretty much your average fight with him. He also has an attack where he tries to hypnotize Miku, and then Miku will slowly walk towards him, and then he'll attack her. Which, if you get that attack, ugh. That is a time waster, because Miku walks really slowly towards him. So now that we have all the masks, we picked up a mask called the reflection or the mirror mask. It's basically like the skeleton key of these masks, so we can place them on any door to get out of here, since we're placing all 4 masks on this pedestal to get through that one door, and it will take that form of the mask. So we're placing all 4 masks here. Like I said, oh no, now that we have all 4 masks here, how are we going to get out? Well, we're going to use that special mask that we picked up, and you'll see it transform into the proper mask to open up this door. The mask of reflection. As you see, it took the shape of that mask, and now we can leave. So we're going to go pick up the blinding mask now. That's what made Blinded blinded. It's a mini ritual they use for the main ritual, which they throw this mask on a poor person, and then that poor person will not like monetary status poor. I mean, like, that poor person got picked to be the blinded. And then that blind person picks the next shrine maiden. They have like a bunch of young girls run around her, and eventually she'll grab one of them, and that one will become the shrine maiden for the, I don't know, I think it's like every 8 or 9 year ritual that they do here to try and keep bad spirits out. So nothing really interesting happens here for the next few minutes, so this would be a good time for donations. This is just some backtracking. We're going back to that little sacrificial room from earlier where we first fought Blinded. So we've got a little distance to travel. There is a chance we'll get Broken Neck to spawn in here. Hoping that doesn't happen. But we'll see. If she does spawn in, she'll spawn in this area right here. It looks like we're pretty safe. So compared to the PlayStation 2, the Xbox version, the version that I'm running on, is the faster of the two. It has like 0 load times, and for some reason, it feels like the in-game timer is quicker too. We use the in-game timer to measure you know, our speed running times, because it eliminates the loading in between doors and cutscenes. It pauses. So now we're gonna fight the folklorist here one more time. Gotta fight in a really tiny area. I was trying to set him up for a quick charge glitch here, but that didn't work out too well. Okay, seems like I can't get it. I'm just gonna send him back. And I'm just gonna move Miku through this area then. I'm gonna move Miku closer towards the ladder. So you saw there I lost my my stone mirror, but that's fine. Alright, that should finish him. So before the end of the night, we have to fight Blinded now. Blinded's a notorious easy fight, final fight. It's not too difficult. So yeah, as he said there, the blinding mask is the key to the door. Miku does not grab the ladder and go back up. That would be a no-no. So I'm going to approach those big doors that she saw her brother go through. We're going to put the blinding mask up before we have the chance we're going to get ambushed by Blinded one last time. Let's see if I can get the quick charge glitch off of her. She teleported. What the? I might get grabbed here. Alright, so that was a poor setup there. She instantly teleported on me. And she charged me. Wonderful. I don't know why that didn't count. I had a poor setup there, so I couldn't get the quick charge glitch to work, but that was still a decent fight. She didn't really. She has the chance to spawn out of bounds constantly and just waste time there. So with that, that is the end of night 2, and we're going into night 3, which is the RNG night of the game. And this night will determine whether you have a good run or not. Once again, we gotta run towards Kyrie, the final boss, and go to the next night. So I like to call these ghosts the Three Stooges. They're just 3 random ghosts that died to rubble in this area, and they're gonna try and grab Miku. I'm hoping that they don't grab her, so we'll see how this goes. Sadly, we have to come back, because we discover that, oh, it's a dead end. We need to find another way around. So yeah. I'm hoping they're not in her way here. We'll see. Alright, there's the first one. Alright, that's really bad, because it wasn't a quick attack. Alright, this is pretty bad. Alright, we escaped. Escaped the Three Stooges with a little damage. Coming up next is probably the least creative ghost of the game. I don't think a lot of thought was put into him. Or her. It's just a ghost that's a cloud. Whoa, I've never seen this camera angle before. This is weird. I don't think I ever go that way. That threw me off a little. Nothing really interesting happens here for the next minute, so donations could be read if need be. As soon as we reach that long stretching hallway though, we're going to be fighting the Ghost Cloud. He's pretty simple, but he has the ability to teleport really instantly behind Miku and attack her. So we'll see how this goes. Usually he spawns over here. Oh, he teleported. Good thing is I'm slowly walking towards the door to this teleportation. Really, I didn't finish him? Before we can go on, we got another stationary ghost puzzle to deal with here. Fetch quest. Luckily the ghost is right in this room. This is pretty pointless. I don't know why they added this in, but they did. I'm gonna take a picture of crushed woman over here. And now we're gonna see the main nemesis ghost for this night. The headmaster. Oh, that's a notorious bug in this game where the door will instantly close on Miku for no reason at all. That happens, or I've had that happen quite a lot. So this is the guy that's in charge of the ritual. We're gonna be fighting him. He's a giant sword. It's like kind of like a samurai sort of, but not really. They kind of added a samurai ghost as a bonus fight in the Xbox version though, but you can only fight it on New Game Plus. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna do an annoying puzzle. Before we do that though, I'm gonna switch the camera to 74 film. I'm also gonna upgrade max value once, and we're good. So we gotta do this annoying puzzle where we're gonna grab some rope, and we gotta. Oh, I didn't pick up the. I might pick it up later. I didn't pick up the piece of paper that spawns there. We just gotta tie the rope in a certain order here. Oops, did not mean to look at it again. And once that happens, these doors to this tiny compartment will open. We'll go there, grab an item, and the headmaster will spawn in, and we're gonna have to fight him. Headmaster is pretty simple. We're gonna take a picture. We're going to We're gonna activate his attack animation. He should whiff his attack animation on us, and we're going to turn around and just repeat. I picked up the document that time, so I'll see how this goes. Alright. I'm going to try and trigger his attack. Alright, there we go. I got 2 shots in, run away. Really close to us. Ah, I whipped a shot there. For some reason I dropped the charge, or I couldn't charge him. Pretty good fight there. Once again, Miku's right at the edge of the door, so. Let's switch films here, because we gotta take some pictures. Now. So if you remember earlier, there was that jump scare with the swinging rope, where we're going to get another jump scare here, where if I time it correctly, I can pull out the camera and avoid it. So, see how this goes. Ah, I was too slow there. Oh well. So we have another sliding puzzle to do here. It's the last one of the game, I think. Should be. So what we have to do is we have to fight these 4 priests who had their heads chopped off by the headmaster. They're each in a specific location, so what you do is you take a picture of these little pedestals, I guess, button pedestals, and it'll show you a location of where each priest is. And I whiffed that shot. Alright, now that we have all 4 of them, we're gonna go fight some of the priests that are really close by. First thing I need to do is switch off from the weakest film. And we need to get going. So the first priest I like to fight is the one in the tombstone area, I like to call it. It's gonna be over here. This ghost is notoriously known to be a troll. Arguably maybe the hardest one of the 4 to fight, if not second hardest. Just like all the ghosts, in order to take a picture of them, you have to see their head. Well, because these guys' heads were chopped off, a lot of times they'll just go headless. And you usually have to wait for them to spawn their head back in. So when he spawns in, I want him to start circling around me right away and not slowly drift towards me without his head. Alright. Looks like we're getting some bad patterns here. Circle? There we go. This is what I want. Oh god, he's going for this attack? Ah, is he doing it again? Oh no, he's off over here. Okay. Those are some... Usually he doesn't do the teleportation attack that often, so that was kind of weird to see. But it's over now. So that was an okay fight. It could have gone better. This next one should be pretty easy, but, you know, all the priests are notorious to be trolls sometimes. Money must be shield. Speak really slow, 'cause I'm a ghost. I want him to do a charge attack. Oh, he's going headless. This is not the attack pattern that I want out of him. I want him to throw like these fireballs at me. He's being really aggressive, which is annoying. Alright, that was a really bad fight. Nothing I can do about that. How they attack Miku is how they attack Miku. He's questioning where his head is. Now I gotta travel all the way back to that little outdoors area where we picked up the gold carving to go fight the researcher for the first time. So you can get probably about 2 donations in before we get to our next fight. This ghost likes to go underground. I nickname him Diglett because he likes to dig underground a lot. So we'll see what he does here. I just want him to circle around Miku, but that most likely won't happen. Okay, he's going headless. Oh. He's gonna try and freeze her in place here. Uh-oh, this is bad. Alright, so I gotta switch films here because I'm out. Did I miss it? Oh, he froze me. Dang it. He might attack me. Yeah, there we go. So he's going headless again. This is what I wanted out of him at the start. He's almost done. There we go. That was a pretty bad fight because he froze me there, but made do with what I could. What happened? Miku's kind of low on health, and I don't have that stone mirror anymore. So I'm going to heal her here. So now we're coming up to the RNG, the more RNG section of the game, where I'm going to be going to the aquarium room, and I have the chance to either fight 1 or 2 ghosts. I'm hoping it's just 1 ghost. I'm hoping Broken Neck does not spawn in, but we'll see what happens. Ooh. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go towards the right here. If we see a Broken Neck spawn in, that means I'm fighting 2 ghosts. Okay, cool. I'm only fighting long hair. Let's switch films here. And let's fight her. Is she out of bounds? No, she's back here. Nice whiff. This is long hair. She's notoriously fast and deceptive. She's also known for going out of bounds a lot. Just going for a little upside down attack here. There we go. It's a pretty average fight. I've had her just constantly go out of bounds and just stay out of bounds a few times. And it's really annoying. So now we're coming up to the last priest we need to fight. So we're gonna go out here, but first, oh no. We got 1 more number puzzle to do. 1, 3, 4, 7. There is going to be a trigger that if I run on that trigger or past that trigger, it's going to cause thunder to spawn in, and it's going to jump scare Miku. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid that trigger by hanging right here. This last priest likes to charge a Miku a lot. I like to call it the crowd surf attack. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that. I'm hoping he just stays in the distance and throws fireballs at me. We'll see what he does here. Alright, he's going headless. Yeah, look at that quick trolling he does. Alright, this is a really bad fight. I just want him to throw fireballs at me. Oh my god. This fight. There we go. Oh, there's the crowd surfing attack that I was talking about earlier. Alright, there we go. I'm kind of worried about Miku's position because I feel like she's really close to the jump scare trigger. So she might get jump scared here, I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh no, we're good. So that's all 4 priests fought. Now we're going to go solve a puzzle. Solve that puzzle where we took the pictures of all those buttons. So nothing really interesting happens for probably a good minute or so. So donations could be read here. Now that all those annoying fights are done. So you're going to see a little difference between the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 version here. Once I push down the correct button, it's going to remain pushed down for the rest of them. In the PlayStation version, that doesn't happen. So they kind of made this version a little bit easier. So as you see, all the buttons remain down. Yeah, that doesn't happen in the PlayStation version. So technically menuing here is a lot slower because it'll always start you the first one on the far left. I guess they thought people would struggle with it, and so they modified it? I don't know. It's weird. So before we can go on, we need to take a picture here. which is going to spawn in some Kool-Aid all over the floor. I don't know who spilled Kool-Aid, but that's not cool. No pun intended. Actually, yeah, that wasn't intended. Now we gotta go fight the Family Master. Yeah. The community has nicknamed him Ghostface Killa after the rapper. We gotta go fight him one more time. It's going to be the final fight for this night, so let's go. I'm going the wrong way. Oops. My muscle memory, my wrong part of my muscle memory took over there. I'm going to quickly switch over here to our 74 film. 74 film is specifically, at least in the route, is dictated for Family Master, because he's such a pain to fight. It's a giant Canadian leaf on the floor. So I just want to get some good shots of him in the distance as he slowly walks towards me, and then I just got to counter his quick attacks that he's probably going to be doing at me. I really want him to laugh, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. This is bad. Oh my god, I'm whiffing these attacks. Okay. I'm going to heal Miku just to be safe. I really want him to laugh. That's not going to happen. Oh man, I was like in sight of him so I couldn't take a really good shot of him. This is a really bad fight, not gonna lie. Alright, that fight's done. So that's the end of night 3. We're going to grab a little block here, the Master Seal, and we're going to head on out. We gotta go put that back, and then we're going to go to the final night. Oops. Nothing usually interesting happens here. There's a chance that a rare ghost can spawn in and attack Miku, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so donations can be read for a little bit. So we're going to put the seal down. It's going to reveal a hidden compartment area. We can go over here. Going to grab a piece of the Holy Mirror, and we're going to get attacked by Kyrie again. So now it's time for the final night. Final night's pretty basic. We have like 5 fights to do, but they're all really easy. So first thing I need to do is pick up this music sheet, and then Miku has the ability to play this instrument. We'll reveal that there's a hidden stairway right over here. So we're going to go up here and go through this hidden stairway. So Miku's going to be high up where we fought the Family Master for the first time. So she's going to move really slow, so I'm going to slightly tilt the control stick forward and spam X, and this will cause Miku to kind of ice skate across this area. It's the the fastest movement speed you can get out of her, instead of just casually walking really slow. So sorry if you can like hear my controller going crazy here. There we go. So we're gonna have an oh crap moment. It's coming up here. They're kind of notorious in the Fatal Frame, at least the first 3 games. It's when the game goes completely black and white and there's nothing you can do. You just have to run away from the ghost. So as soon as we pass this mirror here, the oh crap moment's gonna happen. So yeah. Curia's gonna spawn in, chase after us. We just need to run away. There's nothing we can do here. Once we reach the cherry atrium area, this moment will go away. So. Yeah, it should go away now. There we go. So we gotta make our way back towards that well area we unlocked on the 3rd night. Climb down here. Sometimes we'll get a weird sound glitch because I'm playing on the 360 here. Let's see if it happens. Ah, no, we didn't get it. Oh well. Sounds like some kind of block being exploded from like an old Atari game or something. It's the best way to describe the sound effect. So we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. They're 2 ghosts. Just gonna keep my distance and attack them. See if I can get both of them in. No, I didn't. So I'm just gonna focus this one down. Simple. Now I gotta deal with the other one. I think she's behind me. Alright, hopefully by attacking her there, she'll move towards me. Alright, she's keeping her distance. There we go. I've never seen her. Usually when you attack her, she'll start to come towards you. She just kept her distance there though. Just really weird. So now we gotta start fighting the Rope Shrine Maidens now, who are the final bosses of the game. Kyrie is technically the final boss, but yeah. This one's pretty simple. Attack her here. And attack her one more time before she can spawn away. Easy fight. Next I'm gonna switch to Zero Film, which is the most powerful film in the game. It's going to be the last film we're going to... Oh, it's not... Excuse me. It's 90 film in this game. In the rest of the Fatal Frame series, it's called Zero Film. They, for some reason, they changed the names of the film from the first game, and I don't know why. Like the numbers. It's pretty simple here. I'm just going to back away from her as she slowly crawls towards me. I'm just going to blast her with this 90 film. Technically overkill. And now we're going to be fighting Kyrie, the final boss. I'm hoping she spawns in the top left corner. As soon as that happens, I'm just going to take a shot of her, and then I'm just going to have her stun locked for the rest of the fight. It's a pretty easy fight once you hit her once, so we'll see how this goes. Ah, I missed. Now I gotta locate her. Alright, there we go. Once you take a shot of her, she's always gonna spawn here. So all I have to do is just push her back. The game's not over yet, after I defeat her. We got one more section to do where I have to run forward, pick up a piece of a broken mirror, and put it on the pedestal. As soon as that happens, it is GG. So, I hope you've enjoyed my Fatal Frame run. And hopefully with the sort of new ghost fighting strats that came into play this year, it'll kind of make it a little bit more interesting speed run. Overall, I really like Fatal Frame though, so thanks for watching, and have a great day or night, depending on where you are. Thanks.